Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on all games in Fanatical's very positive Deluxe collection of June 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you the viewers for watching my videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. Anyway, let's get into this. And number 1 we have HELLBREAK, a high-octane dark fantasy first-person shooter that thrusts you into a relentless underworld. You'll find yourself carving a path through hordes of nightmarish creatures using an intense arsenal of weapons that feel punchy and impactful. The combat system is further enriched by unique spells, allowing you to chain powerful magical abilities that turn the tide of battle in your favor. What makes this experience particularly engaging for you is the variety of enemies and bosses you encounter, each requiring distinct tactics to overcome. The game's progression feels rewarding, especially as you master the gore system, which adds a visceral, satisfying layer to every kill you secure. If you enjoy atmospheric, fast-paced action games that do not hold your hand, this game offers an intense challenge you will likely appreciate. The art direction perfectly captures a gritty, oppressive hellscape that keeps you immersed while you navigate treacherous environments. You're constantly tested by the game's difficulty, pushing you to refine your reflexes and strategic decision-making in real time. Whether you're a fan of classic shooters or looking for something fresh in the dark fantasy genre, HELLBREAK delivers a polished, exhilarating journey from start to finish. It provides a chaotic playground where your skill is the only thing standing between you and total annihilation, making every victory feel earned and incredibly thrilling. This game truly captures the essence of classic arcade shooters blended with modern mechanics, ensuring that your time spent within its gates is consistently rewarding and challenging. And number 2 we have Harold Halibut, a lovingly handcrafted narrative adventure where you play as a lab assistant on a retro-futuristic underwater colony ship turned city. It is part game, part stop-motion movie, all charm. You step into Harold's odd shoes as he shuffles between errands, conversations, and bizarre discoveries aboard the Fedora. The world feels like a 70s sci-fi diorama come to life, filled with janky gadgets, colorful districts, and quirky characters, from a robe-wearing teacher to hot dog-loving bureaucrats. The craftsmanship is jaw-dropping, from detailed sets to cinematic camera work, making even mundane scenes feel special. Despite the stunning visuals and heartwarming story, Harold Halibut runs long. You'll spend around 10 to 12 hours mostly walking and talking, sometimes a little too slowly. Think of it as a playable Wes Anderson film, stretched over several episodes. There's no combat or puzzles, just curious exploration and emotional growth. Still, the writing shines. You'll watch Harold grow from a passive errand boy into someone who asserts himself, forms touching bonds, and dares to change his life. The surreal moments, a surprise musical number, a mime's one-man show, or an infiltration mission backed by Bella Xiao, give the game a distinct identity. Yes, it could have been trimmed, but if you're in the mood for something tender, funny, and genuinely original, Harold Halibut delivers. It's not just about finding home, it's about finding a place in the world that never quite made sense to begin with, and you'll be glad you took the ride. And number 3 we have Ghost Song, a melancholic Metroidvania game with elements reminiscent of Hollow Knight. Developed by Old Moon and published by Humble Games, the game presents a visually stunning alien world filled with biomechanical life and mysterious landscapes, drawing inspiration from films like Akira and Metropolis, as well as Alex Garland's Annihilation. As the protagonist Deadsuit, a robot warrior, you explore the world armed with an arm cannon and other weapons. While the game showcases beautiful art direction, the protagonist's control and movement lack the grace and agility of iconic characters like Samus Aran and the Knight from Hollow Knight. The game incorporates familiar gameplay mechanics from the Metroid series, such as shooting enemies and collecting resources called nanocells. When Deadsuit's health reaches 0, a mechanic reminiscent of Hollow Knight comes into play, where she loses her nanocells and respawns at the nearest save point. Ghost Song offers a challenging experience, with occasional frustrating moments, especially when navigating the non-linear structure and facing difficult bosses. The game's lack of clear direction and intuitive map design can sometimes impede progress and cause confusion. However, the overall experience is praised for its atmospheric world, variety of upgrades and abilities, and manageable consequences upon death. While it falls short of being a masterpiece, Ghost Song serves as a satisfying Metroidvania adventure that can fill the void for fans of the genre. And number 4 we have Ancient Kingdoms, a top-down open-world pixel art RPG that invites you to embark on a classic journey of exploration, survival, and character progression. The experience revolves around building your character through diverse activities that cater to various playstyles. Whether you prefer the thrill of combat against various foes or the tranquil pursuit of gathering resources, the game offers a wide array of skills to master and progress. What truly stands out is the depth of the world you inhabit. You'll find yourself constantly balancing your inventory and resources, as survival elements are woven into the fabric of your adventure. The pixel art aesthetic is charming, effectively guarding your progression in a nostalgic yet expansive environment. As you explore, the map reveals layers of mystery, encouraging you to push into unknown territories. Combat is responsive, requiring you to carefully manage your abilities and surroundings to overcome challenging enemies. For those who enjoy a slower pace, the gathering and crafting systems provide a satisfying loop that complements the game's intense battles. You appreciate how these systems reward your time and dedication. Although the game is currently in early access, it provides a solid foundation for those who enjoy open-world RPGs with survival mechanics. If you appreciate games that allow you to carve your own path through a vast, evolving digital world, then this game is well worth considering for your library. And number 5 we have Lone Fungus, a Metroidvania that drops you into the underground world where you must overcome massive challenges as a sentient mushroom. The core mechanics demand precision, rewarding you for mastering complex platforming and combat skills rather than just brute forcing your way through encounters. The game shines by offering you immense freedom in how you approach character progression. Instead of being funneled into a single playstyle, you can customize your abilities to suit your preferences, allowing you to tailor your moveset for either intense, high-speed combat or more methodical exploration. You'll find that the movement systems are exceptionally tight, which is essential because the game features grueling boss battles, like the corrupted falafel, that require you to learn patterns perfectly. While the game is undoubtedly difficult, it respects your time and desire for a fair challenge. If you find sections becoming too punishing, you can access robust difficulty settings that let you tweak variables such as damage taken or health, ensuring you can enjoy the experience without hitting a wall of frustration. The world design is dense and interconnected, encouraging you to explore every nook for upgrades and secrets that empower you further. Lone Fungus is a masterclass in providing a rewarding skill-based adventure that places the power in your hands, making every victory feel earned as you fight to restore a crumbling kingdom. You will certainly appreciate how the experience balances challenge with accessibility, ensuring your journey remains engaging from the very beginning until the final boss. And number 6 we have Amanda the Adventurer 3, a fitting farewell to a unique indie horror series, serving as the final chilling chapter of the dark saga of Hamel Entertainment. As you step back into the shoes of Riley, you're immediately thrust into the facility that birthed the cursed tapes. While this third entry does not necessarily reinvent the established formula, it masterfully refines the mechanics that made the predecessors stand out, offering a more polished and focused experience. The game maintains a signature escape room structure, tasking you with uncovering secrets, rewinding haunted VHS tapes, and solving environmental puzzles that blur the line between fiction and reality. You'll find that these puzzles are sharper and more thematically tied to the tapes than before, encouraging careful observation without falling into the trap of becoming overly cryptic. Though the game is a relatively brief experience, its tight pacing ensures you remain engaged from start to finish. It successfully brings you face to face with the experiments and figures responsible for the series' horrors, providing satisfying, if unsettling, answers to major threads regarding Rebecca's fate and the true purpose of the tapes. While a few mysteries intentionally remain vague, the game feels like a deliberate, controlled conclusion. Despite occasional minor inconsistencies, the game succeeds as a piece of analog horror, rewarding your curiosity with genuine satisfaction as you peel back the layers of its twisted world. It is a rewarding finale that honors the series' roots while delivering a final, memorable descent into darkness. And number 7 we have Tavern Manager Simulator, a first-person tavern running game where you juggle serving drinks, cooking meals, cleaning up messes, and keeping your patrons happy. This simulation game mixes chaotic gameplay with relaxing moments, creating a satisfying balance for anyone who enjoys restaurant sims. You start small, serving drinks and wiping tables, but soon you're managing bigger crowds, cooking complex meals, and hiring fairy helpers to assist with cleaning, cooking, and serving. you can close the tavern anytime to regroup, restock, or reorganize, which keeps the game from ever feeling overwhelming. New features added since the demo include thieves to chase off, beggars asking for water, and even messy patrons who leave trails of filth that force you to scramble to clean before your reputation drops. Random events keep each day feeling unpredictable, and the variety of minigames like chopping wood, washing dishes, and mixing soap make running your tavern hands-on and engaging. Progression is quest-based, which means you can't upgrade until certain tasks are completed. While this keeps you from getting ahead of yourself, it can feel restrictive and slow down your creativity. Some minigames, like wood chopping, are a bit too repetitive, but most are quick and fun. Despite some small annoyances, Tavern Manager Simulator is an addictive, charming experience. With a bit more customization and polish, it could become one of the best tavern sims out there. If you enjoy games like Played Up, you'll have a blast building and running your dream medieval tavern. And number 8 we have Touch Type Tale Strategic Typing, a refreshingly unique experience that masterfully blends traditional real-time strategy mechanics with the fast-paced intensity of tactical typing. If you're seeking a game that diverges from conventional genres, this game provides an innovative breath of fresh air that challenges both your fingers and your tactical mind. In this game, you command troops and manage resources not through clicking, but by accurately typing random words displayed on the screen. Whether you're mining gold, training soldiers in barracks, or ordering units to attack, your keyboard speed and precision dictate your success. This core mechanic works surprisingly well, creating a frantic yet rewarding loop. While nimble typists will certainly have an advantage, the game remains accessible to novices. You can adjust the difficulty to suit your comfort level. Lower settings allow you to focus on the fun, while higher settings demand genuine mastery of both strategy and speed to avoid being flanked by enemies. Beyond the main campaign, where you follow a character named Paul and his magical typewriter, the game offers various modes, including skirmishes and multiplayer options. You can even test your skills against a global leaderboard. Deepening the gameplay are various spells, which require you to maintain ink levels by typing accurately. With different unit types and strategic maneuvers, like splitting your forces, the depth is impressive. If you're curious, a demo is available, and for those ready for a unique challenge, this game comes highly recommended for your collection. And number 9 we have The Smurfs Dreams, a delightful 3D platformer that invites you to save the Smurf village by diving into the surreal, imaginative dreams of your favorite blue characters. When Gargamel curses the sarsaparilla bushes, trapping everyone in a deep slumber, it falls upon you to step into these dreamscapes and wake them up. The game shines through its creative, varied level design. Whether you're navigating candy-filled worlds or puzzling through mirror-filled challenges in Vanity Smurf's dreams, the gameplay remains consistently fresh. While the game draws inspiration from classic genre staples, it manages to cultivate its own identity with tight controls, responsive movement, and intuitive mechanics. You can double jump, hover, and utilize unique tools like a bubble or a magical hammer, making every platforming encounter feel rewarding. One of its biggest strengths is the inclusion of local co-op, which allows you to share the journey with a friend. The atmosphere is further enhanced by charming, colorful visuals and an infectious soundtrack that keeps the experience light and engaging. Though the campaign is relatively brief, wrapping up in about 7 to 8 hours, the joy found in uncovering hidden collectibles and unlocking new outfits makes it a worthwhile adventure. The Smurfs' Dreams is a surprisingly polished and Smurf-tastic experience that transcends its license. Whether you're a dedicated fan of the series or simply looking for a high-quality, accessible platformer to enjoy at home, you'll find this magical adventure is a dream you don't want to wake up from. And number 10 we have The Bridge Curse 2, The Extrication, a first-person survival horror game that improves upon its predecessor but delivering a chilling experience set within the halls of Wenhua University. You play as 4 distinct characters, including a reporter and filmmaking students, who venture into the campus at night, a decision that quickly plunges you into a nightmare of urban legends. The atmosphere is expertly crafted, utilizing lighting that makes you second-guess every shadow and a labyrinthine layout that ensures you never feel truly safe. You'll encounter terrifyingly designed spirits, such as a broken-necked lady, whose presence forces you to tiptoe through corridors in a state of constant unease. The game balances its scares with well-designed puzzles that provide a satisfying challenge without becoming overly frustrating. You use tools like a lantern to banish ghostly smoke or stifle specters, all while piecing together the university's deep lore through scattered documents. The narrative depth keeps you invested in the legends of the campus, even when the tension becomes palpable. While the story is engaging, you might find the voice acting a bit over the top. The English performances occasionally lean into exaggeration, which can make it difficult to connect with the more eccentric characters. Additionally, while the setting is atmospheric, you may wish for more freedom to explore a university beyond the scripted paths. The game excels at creating a sense of dread that flows through every minute, making it a memorable, heart-pounding journey for any horror fan. At number 11 we have Greenhearth Necromancer, a cozy semi-idle garden simulation from Silver String Media. You step into the role of Echo, a newly graduated necromancer who inherits a derelict balcony garden. Your task is to transform this neglected space into a thriving hybrid ecosystem of both living and undead flora. The game shines through its semi-idle mechanics. The garden exists in real time. Plants bloom, wilt, or transform whether you're actively playing or away. Unlike typical games that pressure you with countdown timers, this experience respects your schedule. You're not forced to optimize every second, but rather invited to build a rhythm of cultivation. Gardening feels intuitive, involving standard chores like watering and pruning, which you can perform with conventional tools or magical potions. The necromancy system provides a unique twist, allowing you to resurrect dead plants or manipulate their traits, speeding growth or altering pest resistance. While the undead side is subtle, requiring you to notice faint visual cues, it creates a deeply satisfying secondary layer of plant husbandry. With thoughtful writing by Lindsay Ishihiro that navigates themes of grief and community, Greenhearth Necromancer feels personal. The randomization of the event deck ensures each playthrough has a unique narrative shape, while the low-stakes attentive gameplay loop rewards your presence without ever demanding it. If you seek a farming experience that trusts your pace and offers a genuinely atmospheric magical touch, you'll find this garden a compelling place to linger. At number 12 we have Look Mom, No Computer, a charming retro-inspired arcade shooter that invites you to dive into a chaotic neon-drenched world of fast-paced electronic action. This game captures the quintessential spirit of classic gaming while injecting a modern synthwave aesthetic that feels both nostalgic and refreshingly vibrant. When you start playing, you'll quickly notice the game's core hook. It is all about rhythm, precision, and relentless survival. You're tasked with navigating through wave after wave of eccentric enemies, all while the pulsating soundtrack drives your heartbeat into overdrive. The controls are snappy and intuitive, ensuring that you never feel hindered by the game when you're desperately weaving through a screen-filling barrage of colorful projectiles. What makes this game truly unique is its relentless commitment to its theme. You're not just playing a game, you're participating in an interactive digital concert where every explosion and laser shot feels like a percussive beat. The difficulty curve is perfectly tuned to keep you engaged without becoming overly frustrating, providing that elusive one more round quality that keeps you glued to the screen. If you appreciate titles that blend high-octane action with a unique artistic flair, this is an absolute must-play. It offers a short, punchy experience that values your time, rewarding your dedication with pure, unadulterated adrenaline. Whether you're a fan of classic shoot-'em-ups or just looking for something stylish, you'll definitely enjoy this frantic journey through a beautifully crafted, pixelated, and intensely musical landscape. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle is an absolute win for your backlog. With heavy hitters like Harold Halibut, Ghost Song, and The Bridge Curse 2 on the roster, you're basically picking up certified bangers for pennies on a dollar. Since every title boasts a very positive rating, you don't have to worry about shovelware cluttering your Steam library. It's a stacked lineup, so grab your squad or just settle in for some solo grinding and level up your collection. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.